son from the man of God who has inspired millions of people across the world, including myself. I purposely came here because I've been following you for like 10 years now. Yeah. I'm a secret disciple. Yeah, and the first anointing I asked God to give to me was to give me your size and your marshmallows. And that over the years, I think I would have conquered more than I've conquered so far. So it's indeed a pleasure, and I've lived now in Rotterdam for 20 years.
That is Netherlands.
Yeah.
How far is that away from the house?
Just about 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the most densely populated country in Europe, 7 million. So if you do 3 hours, so it will be my pleasure to welcome you anytime. Anytime anything brings you within Europe, I'm very flexible. I want you to be my mentor. Because I believe we share the same vision and dreams for a better Nigeria, and that's my passion. Last year I was in the country 11 times. I also fellowship with you like a month ago. But I had to miss a flight, so I left before you.
So you need her number. Yes. So we can start building a relationship. At least.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll start out.
Yes.
Come take the picture.
Yes.
Because he was speaking to us.
Yes, I'll need it back for this.
Sorry.
6 of these. The smaller room is always more powerful than the big room.
This is good.
So you can talk to more depth with your 3 or 9 or 12, a lot more. And if you'll notice, on the walls, the preachers are on the back wall, and one of them is not a preacher. The reason is politics shapes the destiny of nations. So when the church stays out of politics and stays out of the political space, she misses out on her opportunity to make earth like heaven. Yeah, that's why we have them on the wall. They're all there deliberately. It's from the tribe of Judah, and in the bloodline of the kings of Europe. Yes, bloodline of the kings of Europe is senior to the Queen of England, the King of England, and they all bow to him. So when the Duke and the Queen, if he was alive, the King would have to bow to him, because he's senior to them. It's also the only country that was never conquered by the Europeans. Ethiopia. I'm missing a page, but there's a picture missing. Allow me to be a human being. Yes, that's Anthony and Nahru. Femi Fani-Kalade's father moved many motions for our independence, and it made the tree weak. The tree of imperial control, it made it very weak. So when he came, he made one motion and it moved. That's why he's on the wall. Then that's Herbert Macaulay, his son-in-law to Ajayi Crowther. Ajayi Crowther gave us the Igbo Bible, the Yoruba Bible. He did a lot of writing. He was a very erudite Nigerian. He also wrote one of our great constitutions together with his son-in-law, who was also very erudite. And they produced the NCC, our first indigenous party. I hope I'm not offending anybody. The best president Nigeria ever had. Azikiwe, another great orator, powerful leader, our first indigenous governor general, and first president, no ceremony, and then Pan-African. This one, Crowther, we spoke around the Ark. Desmond Tutu. He was big in the struggle for freedom from apartheid, and Nelson Mandela, maybe the greatest statesman Africa has had. And then the man who gave us independence, in the sense that the civil rights movement became the independence movement here. So I'll only do one photograph because I have to. I'll have you stand here.
Okay, let's
have you stand here.
Yes.
Okay. And not just here.
Yeah.
And we'll do another handshake.
When we are coming back, go slow so that you can see the texture of the upstairs. Okay. Give you a different view. Because of the fact
Look at this. I mean, sometimes it shocks me when Nigeria is being underrated, undervalued. You understand? This is a man. Let me tell you guys. This is Nigeria. This is Lagos, and this is Lagos. No, coming there. I just want to bring them from top. Coming down. This is Nigeria. This is not the United Arab Emirates. This is not Qatar. It's not Saudi Arabia. This is Nigeria, and this is the house of God, So, and the house on the rock.
yes.
Pastor Paul Adefarasin. When you meet people who are selfless, you don't need to come with courage. Look at the way he has treated me and my team. It's amazing. I want to say this publicly. I am going to start a movement now, at my age, that if Jesus Christ come in my time, this is the first place that will host him before he moves anywhere. Because I was impacted today by the message. It's time for us to move a little bit from spiritualism into practical preaching. Because if we can get it right practically, we can change our spiritual mindsets. You can't tell somebody you make it when you cannot tell him how he needs to enjoy the social economic system of his place. In Europe today, the economic advancement has made people to believe that they can aspire, they can work hard, and they can see the reward of their hard work while they are still living. But unfortunately, that's not what is happening here. So when you have men of God like this who are preaching practicalism, in telling people that once we get leadership right, the best of you can come out, and society can therefore change, and our young people can become the hope of our tomorrow. I'm so impressed. I'm so amazed. I mean, come and look at this one. How do you fellowship in such an environment and they say which depress you?
For which one pass? Go ahead.
Wow.
Just look at
This
one
is-
version of Passport's office.
Yes.
No, first lady's office. His
Okay.
wife.
This is Pastor Adefarasin's wife's office. Look at it. Look at it. So whatever message you send out would sink in.
See,
Trust me.
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Wow. Impressive.
It's
Impressive.
our hand need to.
People go outside of the building, they just see
Structure.
a coliseum, so they don't know what is happening inside, And then, when I was growing up, I used to believe that how you die can also determine whether you go to heaven or hellfire. Because you agree with me? When I was growing up, I used to say that how you die is a Range Rover. This is still Nigeria. Let me keep reminding so that they don't think we changed the location. Yes. This is a range. The state of the art machine. There are certain accident deaths that when you get to the gate of heaven and earth, amnesty will be granted. Because they will say, waiting kill him. They will say, Range Rover 2025 model. That's okay. For dying with the right thing. You do anyhow, but we let grace, let grant you. Because on a serious note, if heaven does not grant general pardon or amnesty, oh boy, anyone when you make heaven, I won't know where you for live, where you do the whole of your life thing. Because the world we currently live in today is so precarious that sometimes you want to be diplomatic, sometimes you want to be, you want to use a different approach because ethics, culture, society, and the time we live in now has changed a whole lot of narrative. So sometimes we lie, not because we want to use it to gain something for ourselves, but because we feel at that point in time that is a righteous lie that can settle the dispute or whatever. So my brother, my friend, it's been a great pleasure. Come now, bro. Share experience. Okay, yes. It's been a great pleasure. I want to thank you guys for ushering us through this wonderful thing. God will also bless you, give you your peace. When you know people like this, God is taking their part. What stops you from bringing him to say, you know what it is? I know you are busy, but help me to handle this aspect of my. Look at him in the church. Wow. Church. Boy, this is House of the Rock Church. Look at G in Lagos. Fitness is next to godliness. Not only neatness. You gotta be fit. Just look at it. And you see, even our national airport, international airport in Abuja, in Lagos, does not have the kind of air conditioning cooling system that I've enjoyed from corridor in this church to this place. And those are places that government is spending billions, and they are raking billions from the passengers, and yet they cannot give us what we want. Look at Jim. This is for the church.
I'm a member of this church from
I've never been affiliated to any ministry. Never been a member of any church in this country. But I've been wowed to the level that I'm now officially a member of House of the Rock Ministry, pastored by no other person than the macho man of God, Pastor Paul Adefarasin. I told you just now, I said, look, the only anointing I feel like collect for and the anointing on grabness and tallness. But I don't feel regret now because now for people like us, the Bible says, lo, I am with you always till the end of time. So we will look. My daddy, my general overseer, he taught so that any time they call, say, where the short one? You go bring me out. See the short one there. So I'm so impressed. I'm happy. I'm not taking breakfast this morning, but I think I'm filled with both spiritual anointing, preaching, and everything. I want to even know breakfast.
The standard here, they
This is good.
the standard in this gym, whoa.